Hello mathematicians, here is the video for the checkpoint quiz review on arrays and extended facts. So we're going to draw out each array and add the areas section by section to get the product or the answer. 6 by 14, so we're going to make a length of 6 and a width of 14. And we're going to find the area of each section. 6 by 10 equals 60. And 6 by 4 equals 24. And if we add those two areas together, we get our final answer of 84 square units. The next one, there are two different ways to do it, and I'm going to show you both. And I like both for different ways, or different reasons. And a width of 23. So this way separates the 20 into a 10 and a 10. And the reason I like it this way is because everything is really easy to do. They're all really basic facts. 7 by 10 equals 70. Another section of 7 by 10 equals 70. And then we have 7 by 3 equals 21. And if we add all of those areas together, 70 plus 70 is 140, plus another 21 is 161 square units. Now, there's another way to do it, and the way I'm about to show you I also really like, and the reason I really like it is because all of the, there's less sections, which is a nice thing as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw it the other way with a width of 7. And then across the top, instead of 10, 10, and 3, I'm going to go ahead and make it 20 and 3. And again, the reason I like this way is that there are less sections to add together. So the first one is 7 by 20. And 7 by 20, I'm thinking 7 times 2 is 14. There's a 0 in the problem, so I need a 0 in the answer. And that gives us an area of 140, which is what 70 and 70 is altogether. And that last one is just the same. 7 by 3 is 21. Either way, I like both of these for different reasons. I group this together. And you don't have to draw it both ways. You can just draw it one way, whichever way you're most comfortable with. Okay, the next one, 13 by 15. So again, we're going to draw it out. And because there are two numbers across the top and two numbers on the side, we're going to have 4 sections to add together. The first one, 10 by 10, has an area of 100. 3 by 10 has an area of 30. 10 by 5 has an area of 50. And 3 by 5 has an area of 15. And to add them all together, I have 100 plus 50 is 150, plus 30 more is 180, plus 15 more is 195 square units. Okay, on to the back. 5 by 24. Again, there are two ways to do it, and either way is fine with Mrs. Judson. So that 24 could be a 10, a 10, and a 4. And again, what's great about this is that the sections are small, and what you're multiplying, kids can do in their head. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 10 is another 50. And 5 by 4 is 20. And if I add the areas together for that, it's 120 square units. Okay, the other way to do it would be to not have separate sections of 10, but to make a section that's 20. So let's show you how to do that. 5 on the side. And again, across the top, instead of a 10 and a 10, we're going to use the number 20. And then 4. And I like this because there are less sections. 5 by 20. And 5 times 20, I could think 5 times 2 is 10. A 0 in the problem, a 0 in the answer. 5 times 20 is 100, which of course is what my previous picture shows. 50 and 50 is 100. And that last section will be the same. 5 by 4 is 20. And again, put it together and you get that final answer of 120. Okay, let's group this together. And either picture is fine. All right. Last one, 12 by 26. Again, we could do a 10, a 10, and a 6. We could also make that 10 and that 10 into 20, and I'll show you that. Okay, 10 by 10 is 100. 10 by 10 is 100. 2 by 10 is 20. 2 by 10 is another 20. 10 by 6 is 60. And that last corner section, 2 by 6 gives us an area of 12. And if we add all of those sections together, 100 plus 100 is 200, plus 60 is 260, plus another 20 and another 20 gets us up to 300, and 300 plus 12 is 312 square units. What I like about this picture is that all the numbers were really easy to work with, but you'll notice that there are a lot of sections to have to add. So the second way that I'll show you, and again, you only have to do one, what's great about this next one is that there are less sections. Okay, 12 across or on the side. And then again, it's, instead of a 10 and a 10, we're just going to make it 20. And you'll notice that 10 by 20 is 200. And that's just the same as my red section in that first picture. Down below, 2 by 20. And 2 times 20 is 40. I could think 2 times 2 is 4. 0 in the problem, 0 in the answer. 10 by 6 is 60, which is the same as before. And that last one, 2 by 6 is 12. And again, what's great about this is that there are less sections. 200 plus 60 is 260, plus 40 is 300, plus another 12 is 312. So remember, you don't have to do both ways, but I do want to show it. And if you understand both ways, that really means you get the whole process, which is great. All right, extended facts down below. Remember, ignore the zeros and just focus on the basic fact. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. 6 times 3 is 18. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And remember to put your comma in at the end. All right, this next one's a little more challenging only because you have to go in kind of a different order or find part of the problem and not just the product. Here's what Mrs. Judson thinks. Something times 6 is 54, and I know that 9 times 6 is 54. Now let's look at the zeros. I see 1 0 on the left of the equal sign and 1 0 on the right of the equal sign. It's already balanced, so 9 is the answer. It's perfect just the way it is. Okay, 4 times something equals 4. Well, 4 times 1 equals 4. I see 2 zeros in the answer, so I need 2 zeros in the problem. All right, the last one in this column, 11 times 2 is 22. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And again, add that comma in at the end. Right next door in column number 2, 7 times something equals 56. 7 times 8 equals 56. I see 1 0 on the left, but 2 zeros on the right. It's not balanced right now. So I know I need another 0, and I always like to check again just to be sure. 2 on the left to match the 2 on the right. 6 times 5 is 30. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, we're having a total brain match. Kids can get confused by this because the product ends in a 0. But we need 2 additional zeros after that 30. So you might want to say 2 extra on the left, 2 extra on the right. Okay, next one. Something times 1 is 27. Though that's not really a basic fact, everyone should know that 27 times 1 equals 27. I see a 0 on the left to match the 0 on the right, so it's perfect just the way it is. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And finally, our last one. 3 times something equals 36. I know 3 times 12 is 36. There's 2 on the left. There's 2 on the right. It already is balanced, so it's perfect just the way it is. Here are the answers for the first page and the answers for the second page. All right, kids, remember the quiz will look just like this. All right, I'll see you in class.